Picture this, a bustling city, alive with the sounds of trade, laughter, and the hum of daily life. Streets lined with grand temples, homes filled with families, and markets brimming with goods from distant lands. Now imagine that same city centuries later, silent and abandoned, its secrets buried beneath layers of earth and time. What happened to the people who once called it home? Why did they vanish without a trace, leaving behind only fragments of their existence? This is the mystery of lost civilizations, ancient societies that thrived, only to disappear, leaving us with more questions than answers. Today, we're diving into the stories of 25 such civilizations, each one a puzzle waiting to be solved. From the advanced urban planners of the Indus Valley to the enigmatic builders of Easter Island's towering statues, these cultures vanished under circumstances that still baffle historians and archaeologists. What caused their downfall? Was it war, famine, natural disaster, or something even more mysterious? Join us as we uncover the clues, explore the theories, and piece together the stories of these vanished worlds. By the end of this video, you'll not only learn about these fascinating civilizations, but also gain a deeper appreciation for the fragile nature of human history. So, are you ready to step into the past and unravel the mysteries of the lost? Let's begin. Now turning to the first of our lost civilizations, we journey back to the Indus Valley Civilization, one of the world's earliest and most advanced urban cultures. Flourishing around 2600 BC, this civilization stretched across what is now modern-day Pakistan and northwest India. Known for its remarkable city planning, the Indus Valley people built grid-like streets, sophisticated drainage systems, and multi-story homes, features that rival even some modern cities. But around 1900 BC, this thriving society began to crumble, leaving behind a mystery that has puzzled historians for centuries. What caused the decline of such a well-organized civilization? One leading theory points to climate change. Evidence suggests that the region experienced a significant shift in weather patterns, leading to prolonged droughts that devastated agriculture and water supplies. Another possibility is the shifting course of the Indus River, which may have disrupted trade routes and access to vital resources. Some researchers also propose that invasions by nomadic tribes could have played a role, though concrete evidence of such conflicts remains scarce. What makes the Indus Valley Civilization particularly intriguing is the absence of clear answers. Unlike other ancient cultures, there are no grand monuments or written records to tell their story. Instead, we're left with fragments, pottery, seals, and the ruins of their cities, hinting at a society that was both advanced and enigmatic. As we piece together these clues, the Indus Valley Civilization reminds us of the delicate balance between human ingenuity and the forces of nature. And with that, we move forward to our next lost civilization, where another mystery awaits. Now turning to the next chapter of our journey, we set our sights on the Minoans, a vibrant and sophisticated civilization that thrived on the island of Crete around 2600 BC. Known for their stunning palaces, intricate artwork, and advanced maritime trade, the Minoans were a beacon of culture and innovation in the ancient world. Their capital, Knossos, was a marvel of architecture, featuring sprawling courtyards, colorful frescoes, and labyrinthine corridors that have inspired myths like the tale of the Minotaur. But despite their achievements, the Minoans vanished from history, leaving behind a legacy shrouded in mystery. One of the most compelling theories about their decline centers on the catastrophic eruption of the Thera volcano, located on the nearby island of Santorini. Around 1600 BC, this eruption was one of the most powerful in human history, sending shockwaves across the Mediterranean. The explosion triggered massive tsunamis that devastated coastal settlements, including those of the Minoans. Ash clouds blanketed the region, disrupting agriculture and trade, while the psychological impact of such a disaster likely destabilized their society. While the Minoans managed to survive for a time after the eruption, their civilization never fully recovered, and they eventually faded into obscurity. Adding to the intrigue is the Minoans' enigmatic writing system known as Linear A. Unlike the later Linear B script, which was deciphered and revealed to be an early form of Greek, Linear A remains a mystery. Scholars have yet to crack its code, leaving us with tantalizing glimpses of a language and culture that we can only partially understand. What secrets might these ancient texts hold? Could they reveal more about the Minoans' daily life, their beliefs, or even the reasons for their decline? For now, Linear A remains one of history's most enduring puzzles. The story of the Minoans is a testament to the fragility of even the most advanced civilizations. Their vibrant culture, once a shining light in the ancient world, was brought low by forces beyond their control. As we move forward, we'll explore another civilization whose fate was shaped by the unpredictable forces of nature and history. Now turning to the next chapter of our exploration, we journey to the arid deserts of the Middle East to uncover the story of the Nabateans, a civilization renowned for their ingenuity and the breathtaking city of Petra. Flourishing between the 4th century BC and the 1st century CE, the Nabateans were master traders who controlled vital caravan routes, connecting the Mediterranean world with the riches of Arabia, India, and beyond. Their capital, Petra, carved directly into rose-red sandstone cliffs, stands as a testament to their architectural brilliance and resourcefulness. But despite their remarkable achievements, the Nabateans faced a decline that would see their once thriving civilization fade into the shadows of history. One of the most striking aspects of the Nabateans was their advanced water management systems. In a region where water was scarce, they engineered an intricate network of dams, cisterns, and channels to collect and distribute water throughout Petra and their other settlements. This allowed them to sustain a thriving population and even cultivate crops in the harsh desert environment. Their ability to harness and conserve water was unparalleled, and it played a crucial role in their success as a trading power. Yet, even this technological marvel could not shield them from the challenges that lay ahead. The decline of the Nabateans began with the expansion of the Roman Empire. In 106 CE, the Romans annexed the Nabatean kingdom, integrating it into their empire as the province of Arabia Petraea. While the Nabateans initially benefited from Roman infrastructure and trade networks, their autonomy was lost and their unique culture began to erode. Over time, the shift in trade routes away from Petra further diminished their economic power. Without their former wealth and independence, the Nabateans gradually faded from prominence, their once great city of Petra becoming a forgotten relic of the past. The story of the Nabateans is a poignant reminder of how even the most resilient civilizations can be undone by external forces. Their mastery of water management and their architectural wonders continue to inspire awe, but their decline serves as a cautionary tale about the fragility of cultural identity in the face of conquest and change. As we move forward, we'll delve into another civilization whose legacy is equally fascinating and enigmatic. Now turning to the lush jungles of ancient Mesoamerica, we encounter the Olmecs, a civilization often referred to as the mother culture of the region. Flourishing between around 1200 BC and 400 BCE, the Olmecs laid the foundation for many of the cultural and artistic traditions that would later define civilizations like the Maya and the Aztecs. Known for their monumental stone heads, some weighing up to 40 tons, the Olmecs left behind a legacy that continues to captivate archaeologists and historians. Yet, despite their profound influence, the Olmecs vanished around 400 BC, leaving behind more questions than answers. The colossal stone heads carved from basalt boulders are perhaps the most iconic remnants of the Olmec civilization. These massive sculptures, some standing over 9 feet tall, depict distinct individuals with unique facial features, leading scholars to believe they may represent rulers or deities. The sheer scale of these carvings is a testament to the Olmecs' advanced engineering skills and their ability to organize large-scale labor projects. However, the absence of written records from the Olmecs makes it difficult to fully understand the significance of these heads or the society that created them. The Olmecs were also pioneers in other areas, including agriculture, trade, and urban planning. They developed sophisticated farming techniques such as raised fields and irrigation systems, which allowed them to thrive in the challenging tropical environment. Their cities, like San Lorenzo and La Venta, featured complex layouts with ceremonial centers, plazas, and pyramids, showcasing their architectural ingenuity. Despite these achievements, the reasons behind the Olmecs' sudden decline remain shrouded in mystery. Several theories have been proposed to explain their disappearance, including environmental changes, such as volcanic activity or shifts in river patterns, which may have disrupted their agricultural systems. Others suggest internal conflicts or invasions by neighboring groups could have played a role. Yet, without written records, these theories remain speculative. The Olmecs' enigmatic disappearance only adds to the allure of their civilization, leaving us to wonder about the full extent of their contributions and the forces that ultimately led to their downfall. As we continue our journey through the annals of lost civilizations, the Olmecs remind us of the enduring power of mystery and the tantalizing gaps in our understanding of the past. Their colossal stone heads stand as silent sentinels, guarding the secrets of a culture that once thrived in the heart of Mesoamerica. Next, we'll explore another civilization whose story is equally compelling and shrouded in intrigue. Now turning to the lush landscapes of Southeast Asia, we encounter the Khmer Empire, a civilization that once dominated the region and left behind one of the most awe-inspiring architectural wonders of the ancient world, Angkor Wat. Flourishing between the 9th and 15th centuries, the Khmer Empire reached its zenith under rulers like Suryavarman II, who commissioned the construction of Angkor Wat as a grand temple complex dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu. This sprawling site, with its intricate carvings and towering spires, stands as a testament to the empire's artistic and engineering prowess. Yet, despite its grandeur, the Khmer Empire eventually declined, leaving behind a legacy of both splendor and mystery. At its peak, the Khmer Empire was a powerhouse of culture, religion, and innovation. Angkor Wat, the crown jewel of their architectural achievements, was not just a religious center but also a symbol of the empire's unity and ambition. The temple's design reflects a deep understanding of astronomy, with its layout aligned to the movements of the sun and stars. Beyond Angkor Wat, the Khmer Empire built an extensive network of cities, reservoirs, and canals, showcasing their mastery of water management. This hydraulic system allowed them to support a large population and cultivate rice on a massive scale, fueling their economic and military strength. However, the very systems that sustained the Khmer Empire may have also contributed to its decline. Environmental degradation, including deforestation and soil exhaustion, likely strained their agricultural productivity. Over time, the elaborate water management infrastructure may have become difficult to maintain, leading to disruptions in food supply and societal stability. Additionally, political instability and external pressures from neighboring states, such as the Thai Kingdom of Ayutthaya, further weakened the empire. By the 15th century, the once mighty Khmer Empire had faded, and Angkor Wat was gradually reclaimed by the jungle. The story of the Khmer Empire is a poignant reminder of how even the most advanced civilizations can be vulnerable to the forces of nature and human conflict. Their monumental achievements, like Angkor Wat, continue to inspire awe, while their decline serves as a cautionary tale about the delicate balance between human ambition and environmental sustainability. As we move forward, we'll explore another civilization whose rise and fall offer equally profound lessons about the complexities of history. Now turning to the rugged landscapes of the American Southwest, we uncover the story of the Anasazi, a civilization renowned for their remarkable cliff dwellings and intricate stone villages. Flourishing between approximately 500 and 1300, the Anasazi built some of the most iconic structures in ancient North America, including the cliffside homes of Mesa Verde and the sprawling settlement of Choco Canyon. These architectural marvels, perched high on canyon walls or nestled within vast desert plains, reflect the Anasazi's ingenuity and adaptability in a challenging environment. Yet, despite their impressive achievements, the Anasazi mysteriously abandoned their homes around the 13th century, leaving behind a legacy of unanswered questions. The Anasazi were master builders and skilled farmers, cultivating crops like maize, beans, and squash in the arid southwest. Their cliff dwellings, constructed with precision and care, provided both protection and a sense of community. These multi-story structures, often accessed by ladders or narrow pathways, were designed to blend seamlessly with the natural landscape. Beyond their architectural prowess, the Anasazi developed sophisticated systems for water management, including reservoirs and irrigation channels, which allowed them to thrive in an otherwise harsh environment. Their pottery, adorned with intricate designs, and their trade networks, which extended across vast distances, further highlight their cultural sophistication. However, the Anasazi's sudden departure from their cliff dwellings and settlements has puzzled archaeologists for decades. One leading theory points to prolonged drought, which may have strained their agricultural systems and made survival increasingly difficult. Tree-ring data suggests that the region experienced a severe dry period around the 13th century, coinciding with the Anasazi's disappearance. Another theory involves social upheaval, possibly triggered by resource scarcity, internal conflict, or external pressures from neighboring groups. Some evidence also suggests that the Anasazi may have migrated to other areas, integrating with other Pueblo peoples and continuing their traditions in new forms. The mystery of the Anasazi's abandonment serves as a powerful reminder of the fragility of human societies in the face of environmental and social challenges. Their cliff dwellings, now silent and empty, stand as a testament to their resilience and creativity, while their disappearance invites us to reflect on the complex interplay between humans and their environment. As we move forward, we'll explore another civilization whose story offers equally compelling insights into the mysteries of the past. Now turning to the ancient world of the Aegean, we delve into the story of the Mycenaeans, a civilization that rose to prominence during the Late Bronze Age and became legendary for their role in the Trojan War. Flourishing between approximately 1600 and 1100 BCE, the Mycenaeans established a powerful and sophisticated society centered around fortified citadels, such as the iconic site of Mycenae itself. These massive stone fortresses, with their imposing lion gate and intricate palace complexes, reflect the Mycenaeans' military prowess and their ability to dominate the region. Yet, despite their strength and influence, the Mycenaean civilization collapsed abruptly around 1100 BCE, leaving behind a legacy of mystery and intrigue. The Mycenaeans were skilled warriors, traders, and artisans, known for their elaborate gold jewelry, finely crafted pottery, and the development of Linear B, one of the earliest known writing systems in Europe. Their society was highly organized, with a centralized administration that managed resources, trade, and military campaigns. The Mycenaeans also played a significant role in the broader Mediterranean world, engaging in trade with distant regions such as Egypt and the Near East. Their involvement in the Trojan War, immortalized in Homer's epic poems, further cemented their place in history as a formidable and influential civilization. However, the Mycenaean collapse remains one of the great enigmas of ancient history. Several theories attempt to explain their sudden decline, including invasions by the so-called Sea Peoples, a mysterious group of raiders who disrupted societies across the eastern Mediterranean. Natural disasters such as earthquakes or prolonged droughts may have also weakened their infrastructure and economy. Additionally, internal strife such as political instability or social unrest could have contributed to their downfall. The destruction of their palaces and the abandonment of their cities suggest a period of chaos and upheaval, marking the end of their once thriving civilization. The story of the Mycenaeans serves as a poignant reminder of the vulnerability of even the most powerful societies. Their impressive achievements and dramatic collapse invite us to consider the complex factors that can lead to the rise and fall of civilizations. As we continue our journey through the mysteries of lost civilizations, we'll next explore the enigmatic Rapa Nui people of Easter Island, whose story offers another fascinating glimpse into the challenges faced by ancient societies. Now turning to the remote and windswept shores of Easter Island, we uncover the story of the Rapa Nui people, a civilization whose legacy is etched in stone. Known for their iconic moai statues, these towering figures stand as silent sentinels, gazing out over the island with an air of mystery. The Rapa Nui thrived for centuries, carving and transporting these massive stone figures, some weighing up to 80 tons across the rugged terrain. These statues, representing ancestors and deities, were central to their spiritual and cultural identity, a testament to their ingenuity and determination. The Rapa Nui civilization reached its peak between the 12th and 17th centuries, developing a complex society that relied heavily on the island's limited resources. They cultivated crops like sweet potatoes and taro, fished the surrounding waters, and built intricate systems of agriculture to sustain their population. However, the very success of their society may have sown the seeds of its decline. Over time, the Rapa Nui faced mounting ecological challenges, including deforestation and soil depletion, as they cleared vast areas of land to transport the moai and build their settlements. The once thriving forests of Easter Island were reduced to barren landscapes, leaving the island vulnerable to erosion and resource scarcity. As the environment deteriorated, so too did the social fabric of the Rapa Nui. Competition for dwindling resources likely led to conflict and societal fragmentation. The construction of the moai, once a unifying cultural practice, may have become a source of division as resources grew scarce. By the time European explorers arrived in the 18th century, the Rapa Nui population had drastically declined, and their once thriving civilization was a shadow of its former self. The arrival of outsiders brought further devastation, including disease and exploitation, hastening the collapse of their society. The story of the Rapa Nui serves as a powerful cautionary tale about the delicate balance between human ambition and environmental sustainability. Their ability to create such monumental works of art speaks to their resilience and creativity, yet their downfall highlights the consequences of overexploitation and ecological mismanagement. As we continue our exploration of lost civilizations, we'll next journey to the ancient city of Cahokia, where another society faced the challenges of resource depletion and environmental change. Now turning to the heart of North America, we explore the story of the Cahokia civilization, a society that once thrived in the fertile lands of the Mississippi River Valley. Cahokia, the largest pre-Columbian city north of Mexico, was a bustling metropolis at its peak, home to tens of thousands of people and adorned with monumental earthen mounds that still stand today as a testament to their architectural prowess. The most famous of these, Monk's Mound, rises nearly 100 feet high and covers more than 14 acres, making it one of the largest man-made structures of its time. The Cahokia civilization flourished between the 9th and 13th centuries, reaching its zenith around the year 1100. This was a society rich in culture and innovation, with a complex social hierarchy, advanced agricultural practices, and a thriving trade network that connected them to distant regions. The city was a hub of activity, with plazas, temples, and residential areas bustling with life. Yet, despite their achievements, the Cahokia people faced challenges that would ultimately lead to their decline. One of the key factors in Cahokia's downfall was resource depletion. As the population grew, the demand for food, timber, and other resources increased, putting immense pressure on the surrounding environment. Over time, the once fertile soil became exhausted, and the forests that provided essential materials were cleared at an unsustainable rate. This ecological strain was compounded by shifts in climate, as the region experienced periods of prolonged drought that disrupted agriculture and made it increasingly difficult to sustain the population. Social and political instability may have also played a role in Cahokia's decline. As resources grew scarce, competition and conflict likely intensified, weakening the social cohesion that had once held the civilization together. By the 13th century, the city had been largely abandoned, its people dispersing to smaller settlements in the surrounding area. The reasons for this exodus remain a subject of debate among archaeologists, but the combination of environmental stress and societal upheaval offers a compelling explanation. The legacy of Cahokia endures in the monumental mounds that still dominate the landscape, silent reminders of a civilization that once stood at the forefront of North American culture. Their story serves as a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between human ambition and the natural world, a theme that resonates across the ages. As we continue our journey through the mysteries of lost civilizations, we'll next delve into the enigmatic world of the Harappans, a sister culture to the Indus Valley Civilization, whose disappearance remains one of history's great puzzles. Now turning to the ancient lands of South Asia, we revisit the Harappans, a civilization often regarded as the sister culture to the Indus Valley Civilization. Flourishing around the same time, between 2600 BCE and 1900 BCE, the Harappans shared many similarities with their Indus Valley counterparts, including advanced urban planning, sophisticated drainage systems, and a thriving trade network. Yet their story is equally shrouded in mystery, as their decline remains one of history's most puzzling enigmas. The Harappan civilization, also known as the Indus-Sarasvati civilization, stretched across what is now modern-day Pakistan and northwest India. Their cities, such as Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa, were marvels of ancient engineering, featuring grid-like street layouts, standardized brick sizes, and intricate water management systems. These innovations suggest a highly organized society with a strong emphasis on communal living and resource management. However, unlike the Indus Valley civilization, the Harappans left behind no deciphered written records, leaving historians to piece together their story through artifacts and archaeological findings. One of the most striking similarities between the Harappans and the Indus Valley civilization is their shared reliance on river systems. The Harappans thrived along the banks of the Indus and Sarasvati rivers, which provided fertile soil for agriculture and facilitated trade with distant regions. Yet, this dependence on rivers may have also contributed to their downfall. Around 1900 BC, the Sarasvati River is believed to have dried up, possibly due to tectonic shifts or climate change. This catastrophic event would have disrupted agriculture, trade, and daily life, leading to widespread societal collapse. Another theory points to the possibility of invasions or migrations by outside groups, such as the Indo-Aryans, who may have introduced new cultural and social dynamics that destabilized Harappan society. However, evidence for this remains inconclusive, as archaeological findings do not clearly indicate widespread violence or destruction. Instead, the decline of the Harappans appears to have been a gradual process, marked by the abandonment of cities and a shift toward smaller, rural settlements. Despite their mysterious disappearance, the Harappans left behind a legacy that continues to captivate historians and archaeologists. Their achievements in urban planning, craftsmanship, and trade highlight the ingenuity of this ancient culture, while their decline serves as a reminder of the vulnerability of even the most advanced societies to environmental and social challenges. As we move forward in our exploration of lost civilizations, we'll next uncover the story of the Hittites, a powerful empire whose sudden collapse remains one of the great mysteries of the ancient world. Now turning to the ancient lands of Anatolia, we delve into the story of the Hittite Empire, a formidable power that once dominated the region. Emerging around 1600 BCE, the Hittites established one of the most influential empires of the Bronze Age, known for their military prowess, advanced chariot technology, and intricate legal codes. At their peak, they controlled vast territories stretching from modern-day Turkey into parts of Syria and Lebanon, rivaling even the mighty Egyptians. Yet, despite their dominance, the Hittite Empire experienced a sudden and dramatic collapse around 1200 BCE, leaving behind a legacy shrouded in mystery. The Hittites were master strategists both on the battlefield and in diplomacy. They forged alliances, negotiated treaties, and even engaged in one of the earliest recorded peace agreements, the Treaty of Kadesh, with the Egyptian pharaoh Ramses II. Their capital, Hattusa, was a sprawling city fortified with massive stone walls and adorned with temples and palaces, showcasing their architectural ingenuity. The Hittites also developed a unique writing system known as cuneiform, which they used to document laws, treaties, and religious texts. These records provide valuable insights into their society, but they also leave historians with unanswered questions about their abrupt decline. One of the leading theories behind the Hittite collapse points to a combination of external invasions and internal instability. Around 1200 BC, the eastern Mediterranean region was plunged into chaos during a period often referred to as the Late Bronze Age collapse. This era saw the fall of several major civilizations, including the Mycenaeans and the Egyptians, as waves of invaders known as the Sea Peoples swept through the region. The Hittites, already weakened by internal strife and economic challenges, may have been unable to withstand these relentless attacks. Archaeological evidence suggests that Hattusa was burned and abandoned, marking the end of their empire. Another factor that may have contributed to their downfall was famine. Climate studies indicate that the region experienced severe droughts during this period, leading to crop failures and food shortages. For an empire heavily reliant on agriculture, such environmental stress would have exacerbated existing tensions and weakened their ability to sustain their population and military. Additionally, internal conflicts over succession and power struggles within the ruling elite may have further destabilized the empire, leaving it vulnerable to external threats. Despite their sudden disappearance, the Hittites left an indelible mark on history. Their innovations in law, governance, and military strategy influenced subsequent civilizations, and their legacy lives on in the ruins of Hattusa and the countless artifacts unearthed by archaeologists. As we continue our journey through the annals of lost civilizations, we'll next explore the Moche, a culture known for their remarkable artistry and the enigmatic factors that led to their decline. Now turning to the arid coast of northern Peru, we uncover the story of the Moche civilization, a culture renowned for its artistic brilliance and engineering ingenuity. Flourishing between the 1st and 8th centuries, the Moche built a sophisticated society that thrived in one of the world's most challenging environments. Their mastery of irrigation allowed them to transform barren desert landscapes into fertile agricultural fields, supporting a population that constructed monumental adobe pyramids and created some of the most intricate pottery and metalwork in the ancient Americas. The Moche are perhaps best known for their stunning ceramics, which depict everything from everyday life to elaborate religious rituals. These artifacts provide a vivid window into their world, showcasing their beliefs, social hierarchy, and even their conflicts. Their pottery often features detailed portraits of individuals, suggesting a deep appreciation for human expression and identity. Alongside their artistic achievements, the Moche developed advanced irrigation systems, including canals and aqueducts, which enabled them to cultivate crops like maize, beans, and squash in an otherwise inhospitable environment. Despite their remarkable achievements, the Moche civilization faced a series of challenges that ultimately led to their decline. One of the most significant factors was environmental instability. Around the 6th century, the region experienced a series of devastating El Niño events, which brought intense rainfall, flooding, and prolonged droughts. These climatic shifts disrupted agriculture, leading to food shortages and social unrest. The Moches' reliance on irrigation made them particularly vulnerable to these environmental changes, as their carefully engineered systems were overwhelmed by the unpredictable weather patterns. Social and political factors also played a role in the Moches' downfall. Evidence from archaeological sites suggests that internal conflict and warfare may have destabilized their society. Some researchers believe that power struggles between rival elites or uprisings by oppressed groups could have fractured the Moches' centralized authority. Additionally, the disruption of trade networks and the strain on resources likely exacerbated tensions, further weakening their ability to respond to external and internal pressures. The Moches' legacy, however, endures in the remarkable artifacts and structures they left behind. Their art continues to captivate historians and archaeologists, offering glimpses into a civilization that thrived against the odds. As we move forward in our exploration of lost civilizations, we'll next examine the Tiwanaku, a culture that rose to prominence in the Andes and left behind monumental architecture that still puzzles researchers today. Now turning to the high-altitude plains of the Andes, we encounter the Tiwanaku civilization, a culture that flourished between the 5th and 12th centuries near the shores of Lake Titicaca. Known for their monumental architecture and sophisticated engineering, the Tiwanaku built a society that left an indelible mark on the region. Their capital city, also called Tiwanaku, was a marvel of urban planning, featuring massive stone structures, intricate carvings, and a complex network of canals and aqueducts. The most iconic of these structures is the Akapana Pyramid, a towering platform that likely served as a ceremonial center, and the Gateway of the Sun, a massive stone portal adorned with intricate carvings of deities and celestial symbols. The Tiwanaku were master builders, using advanced techniques to cut and transport massive stone blocks, some weighing over 100 tons, from quarries miles away. Their architecture reflects a deep understanding of astronomy and geometry, with structures aligned to celestial events like solstices and equinoxes. This alignment suggests that the Tiwanaku placed great importance on their religious and cosmological beliefs, which were central to their society. Their art and iconography, often depicting gods, animals, and mythical beings, provide further insight into their spiritual worldview and cultural practices. Despite their achievements, the Tiwanaku civilization faced significant challenges that contributed to their decline. One of the primary factors was environmental stress. Around the 10th century, the region experienced a prolonged drought that severely impacted agriculture. The Tiwanaku's reliance on raised field farming, a system that required consistent water levels, made them particularly vulnerable to these climatic changes. As the drought persisted, crop yields dwindled, leading to food shortages and social unrest. The strain on resources likely exacerbated existing political tensions, weakening the centralized authority that had held the civilization together. Political instability also played a role in the Tiwanaku's downfall. Evidence suggests that internal conflicts and power struggles may have fractured their society. Some researchers believe that rival factions within the elite class or uprisings by subordinate groups could have destabilized the civilization. Additionally, the disruption of trade networks and the strain on resources likely compounded these issues, further eroding the Tiwanaku's ability to maintain their complex society. The legacy of the Tiwanaku, however, endures in the awe-inspiring ruins they left behind. Their monumental architecture and artistic achievements continue to captivate researchers and visitors alike, offering a glimpse into a civilization that thrived in one of the world's most challenging environments. As we move forward in our exploration of lost civilizations, we'll next examine the Clovis culture, one of the earliest known societies in North America, and the mystery surrounding their sudden disappearance. Now turning to the ancient landscapes of North America, we encounter the Clovis culture, one of the earliest known societies to inhabit the continent. Named after the distinctive stone tools first discovered near Clovis, New Mexico, this culture thrived around 12,000 years ago during the tail end of the last ice age. The Clovis people were skilled hunters and toolmakers, known for their iconic fluted spear points, which were expertly crafted for hunting large game like mammoths and bison. These tools, found across much of North America, suggest that the Clovis people were highly mobile, following herds across vast distances and adapting to the changing environments of the Pleistocene epoch. The Clovis culture is often associated with the first widespread human presence in the Americas, though this remains a topic of debate among archaeologists. Their rapid spread across the continent, evidenced by the widespread distribution of their tools, hints at a highly adaptable and resourceful society. However, despite their apparent success, the Clovis people vanished from the archaeological record around 12,000 years ago, leaving behind a mystery that continues to puzzle researchers. One of the leading theories for their disappearance involves a dramatic climatic event known as the Younger Dryas. This period, which began around 12,900 years ago, was marked by a sudden and severe cooling of the Earth's climate. The abrupt return to glacial conditions would have disrupted ecosystems, making it difficult for large game animals to survive and, in turn, threatening the Clovis people's primary food source. Some scientists also propose that a comet or asteroid impact during this time may have contributed to the environmental upheaval, further destabilizing the Clovis way of life. Another theory suggests that the Clovis people may have overhunted the megafauna they relied on, leading to a collapse in their food supply. As mammoths, mastodons, and other large animals became scarce, the Clovis culture may have struggled to adapt, eventually fading into obscurity. Alternatively, some researchers believe that the Clovis people did not disappear entirely but rather evolved into or were absorbed by other cultures, leaving behind their distinctive tools as the only trace of their existence. Despite the uncertainty surrounding their fate, the Clovis culture remains a cornerstone of North American prehistory. Their legacy is preserved in the finely crafted tools and artifacts they left behind, offering a tantalizing glimpse into the lives of some of the continent's earliest inhabitants. As we continue our journey through the annals of lost civilizations, we'll next explore the Cucuteni Tripilia culture of Eastern Europe, a society known for its massive settlements and enigmatic practices. Now turning to the fertile plains of Eastern Europe, we encounter the Cucuteni Tripilia culture, a fascinating civilization that thrived between approximately 5,500 and 2,750 years before the Common Era. This culture, named after the modern-day villages of Cucuteni in Romania and Tripilia in Ukraine, is renowned for its massive settlements, some of which housed thousands of people, making them among the largest known communities of their time. The Cucuteni Tripilia people were skilled farmers, cultivating crops like wheat, barley, and legumes, and raising livestock such as cattle, pigs, and sheep. Their settlements were meticulously planned, often featuring rows of houses arranged in concentric circles or parallel lines, with communal spaces for gatherings and rituals. These villages were not only impressive in size but also in their organization, reflecting a highly developed social structure. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Cucuteni Tripilia culture is their mysterious practice of periodically burning their villages. Archaeologists have discovered evidence of deliberate fires that consumed entire settlements, after which the inhabitants would rebuild on the same site or relocate to a new area. The reasons behind this practice remain a subject of debate. Some scholars suggest it was a ritualistic act, perhaps tied to religious beliefs or a way to purify the land. Others propose it may have been a response to environmental factors, such as soil depletion or pest infestations, necessitating a fresh start. The Cucuteni Tripilia people were also accomplished artisans, creating intricate pottery adorned with geometric patterns and symbolic motifs. Their ceramics, often painted in bold red, black, and white designs, provide valuable insights into their aesthetic sensibilities and cultural identity. Additionally, small figurines believed to represent deities or ancestors have been found in abundance, hinting at a rich spiritual life. Despite their achievements, the Cucuteni Tripilia culture eventually declined, disappearing from the archaeological record around 2,750 years before the Common Era. The reasons for their disappearance are still unclear, but theories include climate change, invasions by neighboring groups, or internal social upheaval. Whatever the cause, their legacy endures in the remnants of their settlements and the enduring mystery of their cyclical burning practices. As we move forward in our exploration of lost civilizations, we'll next delve into the Zapotec civilization of Oaxaca, a society known for its impressive city of Monte Albán and the factors that led to its eventual decline. Now turning to the vibrant highlands of Oaxaca in southern Mexico, we encounter the Zapotec civilization, a remarkable society that flourished for over 1,000 years. Known for their ingenuity and cultural sophistication, the Zapotecs are best remembered for their awe-inspiring city of Monte Albán, a sprawling urban center perched atop a flattened mountain ridge. This ancient city, with its grand plazas, towering pyramids, and intricate carvings, stands as a testament to the Zapotecs' architectural prowess and their ability to adapt to the challenging terrain of the region. Monte Albán was not just a ceremonial hub but also a thriving political and economic center, home to thousands of inhabitants at its peak. The city's layout reflects a deep understanding of urban planning, with carefully designed spaces for public gatherings, religious ceremonies, and administrative functions. The Zapotecs were also skilled astronomers, and their knowledge of the heavens is evident in the alignment of their buildings with celestial events, such as the solstices and equinoxes. One of the most striking features of Monte Albán is the danzantes, a series of stone slabs depicting figures in contorted poses. These carvings, often interpreted as representations of defeated enemies or sacrificial victims, provide a glimpse into the Zapotecs' complex social and political dynamics. The city also boasts a sophisticated system of writing, one of the earliest in Mesoamerica, which was used to record historical events, genealogies, and religious rituals. Despite their achievements, the Zapotec civilization faced significant challenges that ultimately led to its decline. Warfare played a key role as rival groups, including the Mixtecs, sought to expand their influence in the region. Environmental changes, such as prolonged droughts and soil degradation, further strained the Zapotecs' ability to sustain their population. Over time, Monte Albán was gradually abandoned, and the Zapotecs shifted their focus to smaller, more defensible settlements. The legacy of the Zapotecs, however, endures in the ruins of Monte Albán and the cultural traditions of their descendants, who continue to inhabit the Oaxaca region. Their contributions to art, architecture, and writing remain a vital part of Mesoamerican history, offering valuable insights into the complexities of ancient societies. As we continue our journey through the mysteries of lost civilizations, we'll next explore the Aksumite Empire of East Africa, a powerful kingdom known for its monumental obelisks and the factors that led to its eventual decline. Now turning to the highlands of East Africa, we uncover the story of the Aksumite Empire, a powerful and influential civilization that once dominated the region. Centered in what is now modern-day Ethiopia and Eritrea, the Aksumites rose to prominence around the 1st century and became a major player in the ancient world. Known for their monumental obelisks or stelae which towered over their capital city of Aksum, this civilization left behind a legacy of architectural marvels and cultural achievements that continue to captivate historians and archaeologists. The Aksumites were master builders, and their obelisks, some reaching heights of over 100 feet, served as markers for royal tombs and symbols of their rulers' power. These towering stone structures, intricately carved with false doors and windows, were not only feats of engineering but also expressions of the empire's wealth and sophistication. The Aksumites were also skilled in metallurgy, producing coins that bore the images of their kings and queens, making them one of the first African civilizations to mint their own currency. Trade was the lifeblood of the Aksumite Empire, and their strategic location near the Red Sea allowed them to control key trade routes between the Roman Empire, India, and the Arabian Peninsula. Goods such as ivory, gold, and exotic spices flowed through Aksum, enriching its economy and connecting it to distant cultures. The empire's prosperity was further bolstered by its adoption of Christianity in the 4th century, making it one of the earliest Christian kingdoms in the world. However, the Aksumite Empire's decline began in the 7th century, as shifts in trade routes and the rise of Islamic caliphates in the region disrupted their economic dominance. Environmental challenges, including deforestation and soil erosion, also took a toll on their agricultural productivity. Over time, the empire's influence waned, and its once thriving cities were gradually abandoned. Despite their decline, the Aksumites left an indelible mark on history. Their obelisks still stand as silent witnesses to their grandeur, and their contributions to art, religion, and trade continue to be celebrated. As we move forward in our exploration of lost civilizations, we'll next examine the Chaconne culture of the American Southwest, a society known for its elaborate canyon settlements and the mysteries surrounding their sudden abandonment. Now turning to the arid landscapes of the American Southwest, we delve into the story of the Chaconne culture, a civilization that thrived in the harsh environment of Choco Canyon over 1,000 years ago. The Chaconnes are renowned for their elaborate canyon settlements, which stand as a testament to their ingenuity and adaptability in one of the most challenging regions of North America. At the heart of Chaconne society were their monumental structures known as great houses. These massive buildings, some containing hundreds of rooms and multiple stories, were constructed with precision and care, using sandstone blocks and timber transported from distant forests. The most famous of these, Pueblo Bonito, is a sprawling complex that once housed hundreds of people and served as a center for trade, ceremony, and community life. The Chaconnes also built an extensive network of roads, some stretching over 60 miles, connecting their settlements and facilitating the movement of goods and people across the region. The Chaconne culture was deeply intertwined with the natural world, and their architecture reflects a sophisticated understanding of astronomy and the environment. Many of their buildings were aligned with celestial events such as the solstices and equinoxes, suggesting that the Chaconnes used these alignments for both practical and spiritual purposes. Their ability to thrive in such a demanding landscape speaks to their resilience and resourcefulness. However, by the 12th century, the Chaconne civilization began to decline, and their once thriving settlements were abandoned. The reasons behind this sudden departure remain a subject of debate among archaeologists. One leading theory points to prolonged drought, which would have strained the already limited water resources of the region. Another possibility is resource depletion, as the Chaconnes may have overexploited the surrounding environment, leading to a collapse in their agricultural and economic systems. Social and political upheaval could have also played a role, as shifting alliances and internal conflicts may have destabilized their society. Despite their disappearance, the Chaconnes left behind a legacy of architectural brilliance and cultural complexity. Their great houses and roads continue to inspire awe and curiosity, offering glimpses into a civilization that mastered the challenges of their environment. As we continue our journey through the mysteries of lost civilizations, we'll next explore the Tarascan civilization of Mexico, a culture known for its rivalry with the Aztecs and its eventual decline after the Spanish conquest. Now turning to the vibrant highlands of western Mexico, we uncover the story of the Tarascan civilization, a powerful and sophisticated culture that flourished in the region from the 14th to the 16th century. Known as the Purépecha Empire, the Tarascans established a centralized state with their capital at Tzintzuntzan, a city renowned for its impressive yacatas or stepped pyramids, which served as both religious and political centers. Unlike many of their contemporaries, the Tarascans were skilled metalworkers, crafting tools, weapons, and ornaments from copper and bronze, a technological advantage that set them apart in Mesoamerica. The Tarascans were fierce rivals of the Aztecs, and their empire was one of the few that successfully resisted Aztec expansion. Through a combination of strategic alliances, military prowess, and fortified cities, the Tarascans maintained their independence and even expanded their territory, creating a buffer zone that kept the Aztecs at bay. Their society was highly organized, with a strong emphasis on agriculture, trade, and craftsmanship, and they developed an extensive road network to connect their cities and facilitate commerce. However, the arrival of the Spanish in the early 16th century marked the beginning of the end for the Tarascan civilization. While they initially resisted Spanish incursions, the Tarascans eventually succumbed to the overwhelming force of European weaponry and the devastating impact of diseases brought by the conquistadors. The Spanish conquest disrupted their political and social structures, leading to the decline of their empire and the assimilation of their culture into the colonial system. Despite their fall, the Tarascans left a lasting legacy in the form of their architectural achievements, metalworking techniques, and cultural traditions, many of which persist among the Purépecha people today. As we move forward, we'll next explore the Mississippian culture, a civilization known for its impressive mound building and the factors that contributed to its decline. Now turning to the fertile river valleys of North America, we delve into the story of the Mississippian culture, a civilization that thrived between the 9th and 16th centuries. Known for their impressive mound building, the Mississippians constructed vast earthen structures that served as ceremonial centers, elite residences, and symbols of their complex social hierarchy. These mounds, some towering over 100 feet high, were the heart of their cities, such as Cahokia, which at its peak was one of the largest urban centers in the pre-Columbian Americas. The Mississippians were skilled farmers cultivating maize, beans, and squash, which supported their growing population and allowed their society to flourish. They also engaged in extensive trade networks, exchanging goods like shells, copper, and pottery across vast distances. Their art and iconography, often depicting religious themes and mythological figures, reflect a rich spiritual life centered around the worship of celestial beings and natural forces. However, the Mississippian culture began to decline around the 14th century, long before European contact. Environmental factors such as prolonged droughts may have strained their agricultural systems, leading to food shortages and social unrest. Additionally, internal conflicts and the breakdown of political structures likely contributed to the fragmentation of their society. The arrival of European explorers and settlers in the 16th century further accelerated their decline. Diseases like smallpox, to which the Mississippians had no immunity, decimated their population. The disruption of their trade networks and the encroachment of European settlers on their lands further weakened their ability to sustain their way of life. By the 17th century, the once thriving Mississippian culture had largely disappeared, leaving behind their monumental mounds as a testament to their ingenuity and resilience. As we move forward, we'll next explore the Nok culture of West Africa, a civilization known for its remarkable terracotta sculptures and the mystery surrounding its sudden disappearance around 500 CE. Now turning to the vibrant landscapes of West Africa, we explore the enigmatic Nok culture, a civilization that flourished between 1500 BC and 500 CE. Renowned for their exquisite terracotta sculptures, the Nok people left behind a legacy of artistry that continues to captivate archaeologists and historians alike. These sculptures, often depicting human figures with intricate hairstyles, jewelry, and expressive features, provide a rare glimpse into the lives and beliefs of this ancient society. The Nok culture is considered one of the earliest known civilizations in sub-Saharan Africa to produce life-sized terracotta art. Their sculptures, which were likely used for religious or ceremonial purposes, showcase a high level of craftsmanship and artistic sophistication. Beyond their art, the Nok were also skilled ironworkers, producing tools and weapons that suggest a well-developed understanding of metallurgy. This technological advancement played a crucial role in their agricultural practices, enabling them to cultivate crops and sustain their communities. Despite their achievements, the Nok culture mysteriously vanished around 500 CE, leaving behind no written records to explain their decline. Several theories have been proposed to account for their disappearance. Some scholars suggest that environmental changes, such as prolonged droughts or deforestation, may have disrupted their agricultural systems and led to societal collapse. Others point to the possibility of internal conflicts or the spread of diseases that could have decimated their population. The lack of conclusive evidence has only deepened the mystery surrounding the Nok culture. While their terracotta sculptures continue to be unearthed, offering tantalizing clues about their society, the reasons for their sudden disappearance remain shrouded in uncertainty. As we piece together the fragments of their history, the Nok culture stands as a testament to the creativity and resilience of ancient African civilizations. With the next phase of the journey in sight, we'll now turn our attention to the Taurona civilization of Colombia, a culture known for its stone cities and the challenges it faced during the era of Spanish colonization. Now turning to the lush mountains of northern Colombia, we uncover the story of the Taurona civilization, a culture that thrived in the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta region. Known for their impressive stone cities, the Taurona built intricate networks of terraces, roads, and structures that harmonized with the rugged terrain. Their settlements, such as the famous Ciudad Perdida or Lost City, showcase their advanced engineering skills and deep connection to their environment. The Taurona were not only master builders but also skilled farmers, cultivating crops like maize, beans, and cacao on steep mountain slopes using innovative agricultural techniques. The Taurona civilization reached its peak between the 9th and 16th centuries, developing a complex society with distinct social hierarchies and religious practices. Their spiritual beliefs were deeply intertwined with nature, as evidenced by the ceremonial artifacts and goldwork they left behind. These artifacts, often depicting animals and deities, reflect their reverence for the natural world and their sophisticated craftsmanship. However, the arrival of Spanish colonizers in the 16th century marked the beginning of the end for the Taurona. The Spanish sought to exploit the region's resources and convert its people to Christianity, leading to violent conflicts and the disruption of Taurona society. Many Taurona were forced into labor or fled to remote areas to escape persecution. The introduction of European diseases, to which the indigenous population had no immunity, further devastated their communities. These combined pressures led to the gradual decline of the Taurona civilization, as their once thriving cities were abandoned and reclaimed by the jungle. Today, the remnants of the Taurona culture endure in the form of their stone cities and artifacts, which continue to be discovered and studied by archaeologists. The descendants of the Taurona, the Kogi and Wiwa peoples, still inhabit the Sierra Nevada region, preserving many of their ancestors' traditions and spiritual practices. As we reflect on the Taurona's legacy, their story serves as a poignant reminder of the resilience of indigenous cultures in the face of colonization and adversity. With the next phase of the journey in sight, we'll now shift our focus to the Lapita culture of the Pacific, a civilization known for their distinctive pottery and the mystery surrounding their influence on Polynesian cultures. Now turning to the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, we delve into the story of the Lapita culture, a civilization that left an indelible mark on the history of the Pacific Islands. The Lapita are best known for their distinctive pottery, characterized by intricate geometric patterns and designs that have fascinated archaeologists for decades. These artifacts, often found scattered across islands from Papua New Guinea to Samoa, provide a glimpse into the lives of a people who were among the first to settle the remote islands of the Pacific. The Lapita culture emerged around 3,500 years ago during what is known as the Lapita period. They were skilled navigators and seafarers, using advanced canoe-building techniques to traverse vast stretches of open ocean. This remarkable ability allowed them to colonize islands across the Pacific, establishing settlements and spreading their cultural influence. Their pottery, which served both practical and ceremonial purposes, is a testament to their artistic skill and cultural sophistication. Despite their achievements, the Lapita culture mysteriously disappeared around 2,500 years ago. The reasons for their decline remain unclear, with theories ranging from environmental changes to shifts in social and economic practices. Some researchers suggest that the Lapita gradually assimilated into the emerging Polynesian cultures, passing on their traditions and knowledge to future generations. This blending of cultures may explain why elements of Lapita artistry and technology can be seen in later Polynesian societies. The legacy of the Lapita culture is deeply intertwined with the history of the Pacific. Their voyages laid the groundwork for the settlement of islands across the region, shaping the cultural and genetic landscape of Polynesia. Today, the Lapita are celebrated as pioneers of Pacific exploration, their story a testament to human ingenuity and the enduring spirit of discovery. As we prepare to uncover the next chapter in our exploration of lost civilizations, we turn our attention to the Garamontes of the Sahara, a people who thrived in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Now turning to the arid landscapes of the Sahara, we explore the story of the Garamontes, a civilization that defied the odds by thriving in one of the most unforgiving environments on Earth. The Garamontes, who flourished in what is now modern-day Libya, were masters of survival, harnessing the scarce resources of the desert to build a sophisticated society. Their most remarkable achievement was their advanced irrigation system, which allowed them to cultivate crops and sustain life in an otherwise barren region. The Garamontes developed an intricate network of underground tunnels known as fagaras, which tapped into ancient groundwater reserves. These tunnels, some stretching for miles, brought water to the surface, enabling the Garamontes to create fertile oases in the heart of the desert. This ingenious system not only supported agriculture but also facilitated trade, as the Garamontes became key players in trans-Saharan commerce, connecting North Africa with sub-Saharan regions. Despite their ingenuity, the Garamontes faced challenges that ultimately led to their decline. Over time, the overuse of their groundwater reserves caused the water table to drop, making it increasingly difficult to sustain their irrigation systems. Compounding this issue was the gradual desertification of the Sahara, which reduced the availability of arable land and resources. As their environment became harsher, the Garamontes struggled to maintain their way of life, and their once thriving civilization began to fade into obscurity. The legacy of the Garamontes is a testament to human resilience and adaptability. Their ability to thrive in such a hostile environment speaks to their resourcefulness and determination. Yet, their story also serves as a cautionary tale about the delicate balance between human activity and the natural world. As we reflect on their achievements and challenges, we are reminded of the enduring impact of environmental change on civilizations throughout history. With the next phase of our journey in sight, we turn our attention to the Yuezhi, a nomadic people of Central Asia whose mysterious migration and eventual disappearance from historical records continue to intrigue scholars and historians alike. Now turning to the vast steppes of Central Asia, we uncover the enigmatic story of the Yuezhi, a nomadic people whose journey across the ancient world remains shrouded in mystery. The Yuezhi, originally from the region near modern-day China, were a formidable force in their time, known for their skilled horsemanship and their role as key players in the trade networks of the Silk Road. However, their sudden migration and eventual disappearance from historical records have left historians puzzled for centuries. The Yuezhi first appear in historical accounts around the 2nd century BCE, when they were driven from their homeland by the Xiongnu, a powerful nomadic confederation. Forced to flee westward, the Yuezhi embarked on a long and arduous journey that would take them across the rugged terrain of Central Asia. Along the way, they encountered and clashed with various other nomadic groups, eventually settling in the region of Bactria, in what is now Afghanistan and parts of Uzbekistan. Despite their resilience and adaptability, the Yuezhi gradually faded from the historical spotlight. Some scholars believe they assimilated into the local populations of the regions they settled in, while others suggest they may have been absorbed by emerging powers such as the Khmer Empire. The lack of written records from the Yuezhi themselves adds to the mystery, leaving us to piece together their story from scattered references in Chinese, Greek, and Roman texts. The legacy of the Yuezhi lies in their influence on the cultures and empires they encountered during their migration. Their movement across Central Asia helped shape the political and cultural landscape of the region, leaving an indelible mark on the history of the Silk Road. Yet their ultimate fate remains one of history's enduring mysteries, a reminder of the transient nature of even the most powerful nomadic civilizations. As we conclude our exploration of these 25 lost civilizations, we are left with more questions than answers. Each of these societies, from the Indus Valley to the Yuezhi, offers a glimpse into the complexities of human history and the forces that shape the rise and fall of civilizations. Which of these mysterious disappearances intrigues you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of our past. Now turning to the final chapter of our journey, we reflect on the 25 lost civilizations we've explored, each vanishing without a trace and leaving behind a legacy of mystery and intrigue. From the advanced urban planning of the Indus Valley to the nomadic resilience of the Yuezhi, these societies shared common threads of environmental challenges, societal upheaval, and the relentless passage of time. Whether it was the catastrophic volcanic eruption that may have doomed the Minoans, the drought that forced the Anasazi to abandon their cliff dwellings, or the political instability that brought down the Khmer Empire, each civilization's story is a testament to the fragility of human achievement in the face of nature and history. What binds these civilizations together is not just their disappearance, but the questions they leave behind. How did the Olmecs, with their colossal stone heads, vanish so completely? What caused the Rapa Nui to topple their own Moai statues? And why did the Cahokia, builders of the largest pre-Columbian city north of Mexico, abandon their thriving metropolis? These mysteries remind us that history is not always written in stone. Sometimes it's written in the gaps, the silences, and the unanswered questions. As we close this exploration, we invite you to share your thoughts. Which of these lost civilizations fascinates you the most? Is it the enigmatic Nabateans who carved Petra into the desert cliffs, or the Hittites whose empire crumbled under the weight of invasions and famine? Let us know in the comments below, and if you've enjoyed this journey through the shadows of history, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the mysteries of our past. Together, we'll continue to uncover the stories of those who came before us, piecing together the puzzle of human history, one civilization at a time.